والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد. The companions of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam have a special character or behavior, which is usually used as an inspiration. Therefore, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala chose them to accompany Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and at the same time establish his religion, making the companions as role models as the foundation of the Islamic community. Thus, it is commended in Islam as a noble teaching. The stories of the Prophet's companions are often made into books that include biographies, experiences, examples, and contribution to Dakwah and Jihad from these figures. For example, Bilal ibn Rabah, who was the first muezzin in Islam, who was personally chosen by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. After that, Khalid al-Walid is called Saifullah al-Maslul, which means sword of Allah, because he never lost in every war he led. Next, Suhaib ibn Sinan, or known as Suhaib al-Rumi, because he has a physique that more closely resembles a Roman person. He was one appointed as the successor of the temporary caliph to control the state of the people during the death of Umar al-Khattab radhiyallahu anhu. In addition, Salman al-Farisi was also a companion of the Prophet who played an important role during the War of Khandaq. So, we as Muslims should love the companions of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Therefore, we should be eager to get to know their personalities.
His full name is Bilal bin Rabah al-Habashi, and he also known as Abu Abdullah or Muazzin al-Rasul. Bilal is a tall man and his skin color is dark brown with sparkling eyes. Bilal also has a raspy, melodious and resonant voice. Bilal was born in Mecca on the year 44 before Hijrah, and he died in Hijaz but was buried in Damascus on year 23 Hijrah. About Bilal, his father's name is Rabah, and he is an Arab slave from the tribe of Jumah, while his mother's name is Hamamah from Habasha. Bilal being born as a slave, so he had to work for his master, Umayyah bin Khalaf. So with his hard work, Bilal was recognized as a good servant and was given the responsibility of holding the keys to the Arab idols. So when the Prophet Muhammad began to do Dakwah, the Quraysh official planned what should they do to stop Prophet Muhammad from Dakwah. So Bilal, who was following his master Umayyah, heard about Muhammad and his teachings about the one God, which is Allah. So and Bilal was fascinated by Islam and become one of the earliest Sahabah that convert to Islam. So when Bilal first convert to Islam, at that time there are just several people who already become a Muslim, which is Khadijah binti Khuwailid, Abu Bakar as-Siddiq, Ali bin Abi Talib, Ammar bin Yasir with his mother Sumayyah, Suhaib al-Rumi and Al-Miqdad bin al-Aswad. So when Umayyah know about Bilal convert to Islam, he became angry and started torturing him. So by the urge of Abu Jahal, he tied Bilal and told him to leave Islam, and he dragged him around Mecca while the children mocked Bilal. So Bilal refused to leave Islam, and he also refused to criticize Islam and continue say Ahadun Ahad. And then Umayyah, because he is very angry with Bilal, he whipped and beat him while Bilal is lying on the hot sand. Then he put a large stone on Bilal's chest. So the news about Bilal reached the ears of Prophet Muhammad's friends, and then they told to Prophet Muhammad about Bilal. So Prophet Muhammad then sent Abu Bakar to negotiate to buy Bilal from Umayyah. So when Abu Bakar go to see Umayyah and to buy Bilal, Umayyah raised the price, but Abu Bakar agreed to buy Bilal with 9 tahil of gold. Umayyah said in his heart that if Abu Bakar does not want to buy Bilal at that price he put, he will still sell Bilal even for the price of 1 tahil of gold. So also the same for Abu Bakar. He also said in his heart that if Umayyah did not want to sell Bilal at that price, he would still want to buy Bilal even if it was 100 tahils of gold. So then when Bilal was bought by Abu Bakar and he become free and follow the Muslims, moved to Medina. So when the call to pray was ordered, Prophet Muhammad appointed Bilal as the first muazzin of Islam. So at the time of the liberation of the city of Mecca, Prophet Muhammad ordered Bilal to call the azan behind the Kaabah, and the azan was the first azan to be called in Mecca. So Bilal's contribution in Dakwah and Jihad. The first one is when the call to prayer was ordered by Allah, Prophet Muhammad chose Bilal as the muazzin of Muslims to call out azan. And the second one is in Medina, Bilal got a position as a guardian of the Baitul Mal, and during his tenure, Bilal has distributed funds to widows, orphans, adventurers, and the needy. And the third one is Bilal had joined the ranks of the Islamic army in several wars such as Badr, Uhud, and Khandaq.
Khalid al-Walid is a friend of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who is fighter and famous Islamic warlord. What's more, Khalid al-Walid never lost in every battle he led. For this reason, Khalid al-Walid bore the title of Saifullah al-Maslul, which means the sword of Allah. Khalid al-Walid also became the scribe of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His own title was Abu Sulaiman. Khalid al-Walid was born in 592 AD in Makkah, also the son of Walid ibn al-Mughirah, the leader of Bani Makhzum, a tribe from the Quraysh tribe. Next, Khalid al-Walid was a very brave person, so that Sayyidina Abu Bakar as-Siddiq radhiyallahu anhu chose him to lead the Islamic army in the Yamah War. Khalid al-Walid converted to Islam in the year 7 Hijrah, after the War of Khaybar, or the year before. Khalid al-Walid died in 642 AD when he was 15 years old in Medina or Homs, Rashidun Caliphate, and was buried in Khalid al-Walid Mosque, Qom, Syria. He sincerely intended to fight martyrdom, not to taste the results of the world's victory. The proof is that when he fell ill and almost died, he sobbed because he stayed camp when he was lying in bed and not in battle. Khalid al-Walid, the commander of the Muslim army in the early days of Islam, had a career full of success and victory. Among his notable achievements were the conquest of Syria, Iraq, and Persia, and the establishment of the first Muslim kingdom. He is also known for his generosity and good deeds, always helping those in need, even those who oppose him. This will set a strong example and earn his reputation as a fair and generous leader.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين قال رب اشرح لنا صدورنا ويسر لنا أمورنا واحلل عقدة من ألسنتنا يفقهوا قولنا ربنا افتح بيننا وبين قومنا بالحق وأنت خير الفاتحين حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير. First of all, my name is Wan Amirah Shazwana binti Wan Muhammad Nasrin Azwar, matrix number 1231357. Today I want to tell you about Suhaib's biography and his contribution in Jihad and Dakwah. The biography. Suhaib bin Sinan was better known by the name Suhaib Arumi. The title Arumi, the Roman, was given because he had lived in Rome for a long time. However, he was a native Arab. His father, Sinan bin Malik al-Numari, came from Bani Numar and was the governor of Al-Ubullah, Basrah district, representing Kisra, the king of Persia. His mother came from Bani Tamim. Suhaib was born in Mosul in the year 32 before Hijrah. Suhaib received the title Arumi. When he was about 5 years old, Suhaib went to a village called Athani in Iraq with his mother and some relatives and servants. While they were there, the village was attacked by the Roman army. The Roman soldiers killed the guards, looted the property, and captured the villagers, including Suhaib. Suhaib was then sold as a slave in Rome. He moved from one master to another. While being a slave, he heard a Christian priest telling his master about prophecy of the emergency of a prophet in Mecca in the near future. Therefore, he immediately headed to Mecca when he had the chance to escape from being a slave in Rome. The title Arumi was given to him by the people of Mecca because of his tongue that was not fluent in Arabic and his red hair. Suhaib embraced Islam. When he was in Mecca, Suhaib brought to bring the merchandise of Abdullah bin Jud'an, a Meccan nobleman, to curtain markets. He earned a lot of income from that work. His busy work did not stop him from waiting for the prophetic messenger that was spoken by the Christian priest in Rome. One day, while returning from his trade journey, someone told Suhaib about the prophethood of Muhammad SAW and his call to worship the one God. Hearing the news that he had been waiting for, Suhaib hurried to meet the Prophet SAW, who was then in the house of Al-Arqam bin Abi Al-Arqam. When they arrived at the house of Al-Arqam, he met Ammar bin Yasir, who also he had the same intention as him. Then they both together met the Prophet ﷺ and heard the call that he delivered, the light of faith in the hearts, and they uttered the Shahada in front of Prophet ﷺ without any doubt. Ibn Mas'ud narrated that Suhaib was among the 7 earliest people to embrace Islam. Next, the death of Suhaib. The death of Suhaib bin Sinan. Suhaib lived until the era of the Khulafa Rashidin and was buried in Baqi during the reign of Caliph Ali bin Abi Talib radhiyallahu anhu. He died in Medina in the month of Shawwal in the year 38 Hijrah. There is another narration that states that he died in the year 39 Hijrah when he was 73 years old. He was buried in Medina. The next is Suhaib's contribution in Dakwah. First, always follow all the wars that were participated by the Prophet ﷺ. Second, an important person in every page during the life of the Prophet ﷺ. Third, companion of the Prophet ﷺ when doing any conquest. And the last became a companion and supervised the Prophet ﷺ when meeting the enemy. Next is Suhaib's contribution in Jihad. First, he followed all the pages after the Hijrah and became a companion of the Prophet ﷺ when paging. The second is he was among the companions who were always with the Prophet when doing a conquest. And the last is he was among the companions who were closest to the Prophet and when meeting the enemy during his life, and the companion who were always with the rightly guided Caliph in fighting for Islam until Umar radallahu anhu recognized him. The story of Suhaib, who was willing to sacrifice all his wealth to fulfill the command of migration and join the Muslim in Medina, has been told before. Following the event, Allah SWT revealed His word that read, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ومن الناس من يشتري نفسه ابتغاء مرضات الله والله رؤوف بالعباد. And among the people is he who sells himself seeking the pleasure of Allah, and Allah is kind of the servants. The conclusion is, this story teaches us that sacrificing wealth for religion is a very profitable trade, and be patient when facing his trials, because Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala will surely reward it with the best reward. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. For my part, I would like to tell you about the greatest Sahabah, and it was Salman Al-Farisi. Salman Al-Farisi, also known as Salman the Persian, was a companion of Prophet Muhammad SAW in early Islamic history. He played a significant role in spreading and preserving the teaching of Islam. Salman Al-Farisi was a prominent figure and greatly loved by Prophet Muhammad SAW due to his courage, sincerity, and his ascetic nature. He was also a devout worshipper, humble and uninterested in luxury and pleasures. Next, let me tell you about him. Before converting to Islam, his real name was Rusbeh, and after embracing Islam, he became known as Salman Al-Farisi. The title Al-Farisi indicates his Persian origin, while his nickname is Abu Abdullah and Salman Al-Khair. He was born in Jayan village that located in Isfahan. For your information, Salman Al-Farisi is the seeker of truth. Why did I say that? It is because before the arrival of Prophet Muhammad SAW, he often seeks truth in religion. In the beginning, the religion that was followed was the Majusi. But one day, he was attracted to the Christian way of praying and thought that the religion was better than his original religion. For a long time, he embraced Christianity until one by one the priests he accompanied died, until the last priest told him to follow the religion of Muhammad SAW, who had just been sent by Allah. Lastly, he died in 33 years of Hijrah and was buried in Madinah, Iraq. Let's move to the next part. It is the contribution Salman Al-Farisi in Dakwah and Jihad. As long as he was together with the Prophet SAW, he has never even participated in a war except the War of Khandaq, which was the first war he participated in. Starting from that moment, he would not miss the opportunity to participate with Rasulullah SAW, in other words, as jihad, and his struggle to uphold Islam. When there was a war of trenches led by Rasulullah SAW, along with the Muslim army, which only numbered 3,000 people, while the enemy consisted of 10,000 people. Salman al-Farisi suggested to the Prophet that the Muslims dig trenches around the city of Medina as the main strategy to defeat the enemies of Islam. Salman al-Farisi voiced his opinion to the Prophet ﷺ, and with the consent of the Prophet ﷺ, then the ditch construction work has been successfully done within 6 days only. Furthermore, Salman al-Farisi, also a governor in Al-Madain, which is located near the city of Baghdad. In addition, he is also an Amir. Although he was a governor and an Amir whose life and income were guaranteed, he still worked hard and worked on his own to manage and supervise his date plantation to support his family. Salman al-Farisi is willing to take the wages of knitting and weaving palm leaf to make mats, baskets, and bags as his source of income to support his family. He bought it for 1 dirham and sold it back for 3 dirhams. The income from his sale has been divided into 3 parts, namely 1 dirham is used for capital turnover, 1 dirham is used for charity, and another 1 dirham is used to provide his family. Here, it clearly shows how Salman al-Farisi never used the power and trust mandated to him for the benefit of himself and his family. MashaAllah. As a governor of the country, he spent all the money in the way of God, and not a single dirham was taken for personal needs. He is willing to refuse not to receive his salary as a governor of the country. Such was the great sacrifice made by Salman al-Farisi, who was so ascetic and held fast to his religion, which is Islam. MashaAllah. He is someone we should emulate due to his unwavering determination in seeking the truth in religion. Despite his lengthy journey, he never complained while searching for answers. He was also a courageous and wise individual, contributing valuable ideas during the Battle of Khandaq that led to the success of the Islamic community. There is 5 laudable qualities Salman al-Farisi that you guys should know. Number 1, fulfill the trust and responsibility given as best as possible without thinking about the reward. Number 2, always understand and be humble no matter who you are and no matter how big the position you hold, so that you become a more respected and admired person. Number 3, not taking advantage of the trust given by always being honest and transparent. Number 4, firmness of soul and high character will make us great and glorified people. Number 5, equip yourself with all the knowledge so that we are wise in solving various problems that arise and wise when speaking. That's all from me about Salman al-Farisi. Thank you.
In conclusion, the companions of the Prophet Muhammad SAW have special personalities, and there are stories of joy and sorrow when preaching and jihad in Islam. Then it is commended in Islam as a noble teaching. Therefore, we should make the companions as role models as the foundation of the Islamic society. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala says, A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Ya ayuhan nabiyyu hasbukallah wa man ittaba'aka minal mu'minin. O Muhammad, Allah is sufficient to be a protector for you and for the believers who follow you. So, we as Muslims should love the companions of the Prophet Muhammad SAW. Therefore, we must love when we get to know their personalities.